What do you think about the 50-50 conversation?
There was never a 50-50 culture.
I'm seeing that more men are not willing to step up to the plate.
So I'm an empath. So
you back with the bars?
Late night, in the late night, when you on my play right, play right here, play right here, day night, in the late night.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
All right, good to see you.
You too, looking good.
Yes, you look fabulous.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I love your pearls.
Thank you.
All right, and the new do, is it right? New do?
It sure is. Bob life.
I love it.
You're watching Date Night Live. I'm your co-host, Delicia.
And I'm your co-host, Marlon Briscoe. And if it's your first time here, like, subscribe, and share.
That's right. It's Wednesday night, it's 8 o'clock, and we are live here at the Cove Restaurant. And tonight's episode is brought to us by Roseade, a wine spritzer mixed with rosé and strawberry lemonade. I can't wait to try.
Me too, let's go.
Cheers to hitting a milestone on our subscribers.
Absolutely, yes, cheers.
To growth.
To growth.
Delish.
Delish.
So lately, I'm like sick and tired of this 50-50 conversation.
You talk about, oh, I'm not a man if I'm going 50-50 with my woman. It's hard, brother.
Marriage is 50-50. Split the bill 50-50.
Only if everything is 50-50. Bills, the childcare, the housework, the mental load. Because the truth is, most women already give 80 and still get told it's not enough. Equality isn't about splitting the check, it's about splitting the weight.
Well, it seems to be a generation of men that love the idea of this 50-50 concept, but that's not masculine, it's not biblical, it's not even practical.
We brought up the conversation about 50-50.
Would you be okay with us going 50-50?
Relationships are not 50-50. Relationships are whatever I have and whatever you got.
Why is this 50-50 thing been so prominent, and why does it not work for both men and women?
And we're losing sight of the bigger picture of balance.
We need to crush the conversation once and for all.
For real, like out of here.
What do you think about the 50-50 conversation?
I feel like the 50-50 conversation is a personal conversation. You know your finances, you know what you can do. And the reality is, you know, at the end of the day, have a plan, right? Because, you know, there's some days, hey, you know, it's you, some days it's me, most days it's me, 90%, 95% of the time it's me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, you know, as long as, again, there is a system and understanding. What do you think?
I think that 50-50 does not have to be just financial.
Yeah, that's...
If we're going to talk about 50-50 and percentage-wise and how much we're putting into a relationship, you know, I grew up in a household where, you know, just two people just worked together. It didn't matter who was bringing what. It was just coming in. It was never a circumstance of scarcity in my house, you know. But there was a point in time when my mother was working real hard. She worked like 7 in the morning, so we didn't see her when we got up. My father was the one doing our hair, making breakfast, taking us to school. And then my father became an entrepreneur, and now they're moving and shaking, and they're going in different directions. They got dinners and travels and
all kinds of stuff.
I just see them working together.
Yeah, you saw the evolution of it, of the system.
Right.
Yeah, and there was no gender-specific roles, right? Especially with that 50-50. Right. This got to get done, you know? I remember, like, we grew up in a similar household. We come from the Caribbean, like, right? We Jamaican. And mom was a nurse, is a nurse still. She's supposed to retire next year, but you know, these folks, they scared to retire. For her, it feels like she's parting ways with something. So it's like a relationship with work.
That is a relationship. Let me tell you, I just got back to work after several years working full-time in my business, and it is a new life. It is a new lifestyle. There's new people, new friends, new schedules. There's new feelings. It's a new way of life between me and my family, the way I come home, the stress that comes with it. You know, it's a few things we can talk about.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'm an empath. So when I'm one of those people, when I say I feel like, I feel it in my heart.
Okay.
So yeah, to answer that, because I kind of delve on that, because there was a aha moment for me right there, like, wow, the empathy for mom, you know, that's deep. So I see why she's having some struggles right now. And so she was the consistent one as the nurse. She carried, dad was the entrepreneur, the driver, you know, then the realtor, then, you know, then actually opening her own brokerage, right? So yeah, like I saw that as well. And so and so when I said I was also doing my little sister's hair, you know, so it became a team effort.
Right.
So we saw from like the household
Right. So bringing it back to the number game, it's like it was just 100% had to be brought. And somebody had to bring it.
Just had to get
Everybody
it done.
had to do their part. Even as siblings, as children, we knew our part.
I always knew my part. Get up on time. You know, make sure the chores is done, especially them dishes. Even I'm still traumatized to this day. Like I'm like, yo.
I've heard someone say that.
Yeah, I'm like OCD about my kitchen. Like it's crazy.
I'm OCD about the whole house.
I'm
a big time cleaner.
So it transfers. So you know, that's something I think was always instilled in us and reflects how we all now as siblings are entrepreneurs. Right. Like my oldest sister, she just finally took the plunge herself. And so in order to build something, you need a team, and you learn teamwork from family.
Nice.
Right.
And then if we bring it back to the numbers game and we're talking about 50-50 financially, I do think that based on where I come from, the man really does want to make sure that he's financially stable.
Naturally.
Seriously. If the woman had to give birth or raise and nurture the kids, there is still a platform for which the family can live and stand on.
Absolutely.
So that's embedded in our culture, and I thought that was a very standard norm. But today, roles are reversing. I'm seeing that more men are not willing to step up to the plate and take that on as a standard or a role or an expectation. I think it's offensive to them now to have to be able to provide. But we're also talking about different types of men. Not really the ones that I talk to.
Exactly. Seeing and growing up in a family where the unit of 50-50 was always 100% giving whatever you could when you could, that's the understanding now. And so that's the cohesive unit I always look to build with my partner. There was never a 50-50 culture, especially in the back in the day. You think the man always went out and found whatever, was if he was going to look for a job, if he was going to look for food, like
we just figured it out.
We figured it out. And then it was like, all right, you know what, maybe I can do something. And then like, okay, I'm at home, maybe I can start making stuff. That's where baking and all of these great, I'm not saying that's where baking came out, but the point is that when you're in that space, now you become creative in that space, right? You as a mom, you're a great CEO. You make a great CEO because you got to run the house.
Exactly. Snap to that.
Snap, right? And you're running
honestly,
it.
That's what a partnership is overall. I've always enjoyed working because I've never taken a job I don't love.
Right.
So for me, working was always a part of my culture, my personality. I enjoy it. And even when I'm home with the kids, I consider that my job, and I own it, and I love it, and I do it with all my heart. And so when we got into the more traditional roles after I had my kids, I was stay-at-home mom for over a year. My husband was working, and I enjoy that too. I feel like there's different stages in life where things happen. Even when he lost his job and I had to go back to work, it was not a problem. I'm like, look, I had my fun time. I had my vacation.
Like,
my time
let me pull up these bootstraps.
Hold things down, and I'm happy to do it. And I feel like the way that I was raised, I saw the roles reversing here and there because you're talking about a lifetime. It's not going to always be the same standard all the way through. It's like, okay, when you're down, I'm up. When I'm down, you're up. And that's how we're going to make this work.
And I've seen it. I've seen it in so many situations, especially being in the world of being a personal trainer and a high performance coach. Going into homes of these wealthy people, wealthy families, they're business owners, they're doctors, all kinds of stuff, right? And so you're seeing, okay, this is how this type of life is function and how it runs, right? And then, man, seriously, it's so I've seen that and I understand it, and then that's why it's important to get out and get exposed.
Absolutely. And I remember my sisters and we used to joke about this term back in the day. And I can't believe it's still the way that we see life now. It's like, you bring home the bacon and I come home and cook it. And to me, that is like the true essence of a partnership. You do your part, I do my part. It might not be that way. We could flip it in any which way, but you're doing your part, I'm doing mine. And I think that's the way that a marriage, a partnership, a relationship should work in any capacity. Once we lose sight of partnership and teamwork, then we're just lost.
That's why I love the slogan, teamwork make the dream work.
Sure do.
Right?
Let me tell you.
For
you
real,
want your dream to work?
And that's it then coincides with the saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together, right?
Cheers to that.
Oh, man.
Late night, in the late night.